What's up everyone, welcome back to a new tour video. Today we're doing an exclusive interview with my newish truck, Rocky. So, Rocky is a 2004 Toyota Tacoma V6 SR5 TRD off-road model. So I'm going to be giving you a tour about what I've done, what I plan on doing, and then this is also just kind of like a review video on the 2004 Tacoma. So if you're here just for that, or if you're here for the more personal view of the truck. We'll start off with the outside. The most obvious thing is it's lifted 3 inches in the front. Typically trucks will have a lower front than the rear, so you can get what's called a leveling kit. I have a 3-inch leveling kit on the front, which gives the fender a much higher stance, and then you can see the fender is raised up just because of this little piece right here, which pretty much sits above the spring, and it raises the truck up. So the first mod I did on it was installing this. Pretty much because this is classified as a small truck rather than mid-size or full-size, I decided that a bull bar would look too big on it, so I went ahead and put what's called a light bar on here. So this is a Weston Safari light bar, and of course I had to install 2 lights on here, so I went with the best and got the KC lights for the front. So I got 2 of these for off-roading purposes. The second mod I did to my truck was I put this box here. Pretty much this is just a DZ truck parts box, not the best. I'll go into what's inside of it later, but this is just another little thing. This is great for if you just have a little bit of stuff you need to throw in there and lock up. I was on a camping trip not so long ago and I just needed to throw a bunch of stuff in there and get out, so we threw everything in, shut the box, and we had no problems. So for my tires, I'm running a 265/70/16 setup. That means pretty much the 265 is pretty much from here to here in centimeters. That's how the height of the tire. The 70 is this, which is the sidewall. So this sidewall is 70% of the tread. So if you measure this compared to the top, it means it's about 70%. I have a 16-inch wheel, so it's a 265/70/16. So I got 4 tie-down spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's just so if I have my net in case I have a lot of stuff in the back. One thing I do love about this box is that it's lockable. Like I said, I don't have anything like that valuable, but I do have some stuff in here that I'd just rather not be stolen. So items I have in here include a volleyball, work boots, mini football, gym straps, a skateboard, a frisbee, and then what every car owner should have in their car. I guess I have a sun visor. I have a chain in case I need to lock anything in the bed. And then also, this is my like survival recovery kit, meaning it's got like jumper cables, screwdriver, all that stuff in case you need an emergency breakdown situation. Always have one of those puppies in there, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you a little bit tour of my stickers here. I have Yeti built for the wild just because I do have a Yeti drinking coolie thing, so I guess I'm entitled to have that. I'm a Star Wars fan, so we got Toyota, and then I'll need to replace this because it's covering my VIN number and that just bothers me, but I'll end up putting my hike one higher up when I get a new one. I've got Boone because that's my favorite place in North Carolina, and then KC is for the headlights I have up front. So for all you those engine nerds out there who need to know everything about the car, I'll pop the hood for you all just so you can get an exclusive interview of what's behind Rocky's hood. So this is a 3400 4-cam 24 engine V6. Alright, so let's start on the inside. Basically, one thing that you'll think is pretty cool, hopefully, about this is that unlike most cars nowadays, it's a manual transmission. It's a 5-speed manual, so we'll get into that in a second. But here's the highlight. So pretty much I wired it up through here, and then I just have the little switch right about here. The one thing I did do, like an inside mod, was I replaced the stereo on this. So it originally had like a Toyota one, which was so old that it had like a tape recorder player in there. So my Bluetooth audio, it pretty much has 6 radio stations to choose from, 2 Bluetooth connections, aux port, and USB, all this good stuff, telephone. So that's pretty cool. I installed that myself. That's why we're trying to charge me about $100 to do that. So pretty good thing that I was able to do that myself with the help of my dad. It's actually easier than I thought it would be. Just pop out the center console. It's going to sound difficult, but even for me who had no clue what they were doing, it all worked out. This is what I used to put my phone on because this one is kind of flimsy just because of the vent. This is a pretty cool piece I have. This is so I can charge my phone and play the aux at the same time. And this is for if you have a pop socket, you can just stick your phone on there and that works out. And then I don't really have a pop socket on my phone anymore, so I just use it as like a holder. I'll take you on a quick tour of the back and then I think we'll be done. Theoretically, this is a 4-seater, but unless you're carrying 2 children in the back, it's not really going to work out like that. Pretty much you have 2 pop-down seats like here, and they pop down like that. I have a footrest here because I usually only have 1 person in the back, if any. That's why I keep my coaster up here so I can put drinks back here if I needed to, or lay something flat. Climbing gear, I'll give you a quick tour of what's in there. I keep my Pop-Tarts right here next to my 2 hats, just in case I need a quick snack. I got a water bottle umbrella in case of a shower. Pretty much in this little storage tank is where I keep my net, as well as my quick hydraulic jack. So that's if I needed to change the tire. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of what's in here. This is where I keep my quick access stuff because it's a bigger container. So I have a first aid kit. I have my gloves for 1 job. I got gloves for another job. This is a backup little hitch connector thing if I need it, like a pin, as well as my tool set. And then if I have a flat tire, I can always jack it up with this quick little pump, which will give it air, and also works on like sports balls and stuff. So that just slides down there. Surprisingly doesn't roll around too much. The padding all keeps everything good. Mechanics gloves are in there, gardening gloves, and then that's that. Everything just folds down and then locks in place just by turning that. Already? Did it focus? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little tour of Rocky, my 2004 Tacoma. If you're looking into purchasing one of these, I think it's a great truck. I'd recommend the manual edition just because, or the manual transmission, just because it's a lot more fun. But yeah, mods Tacoma, of course. When I get them, I'll try and post a video on them. Hopefully I'll get a soft top or a rack in the back. I want to eventually put a rack on top. So there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Maybe get bigger tires in the future, who knows. It's a work in progress, so hopefully you enjoy it as it is now. You'll see it in a lot more videos to come, and I will catch you next time.